All right, now is the time for all ages. I'm not sure we have anyone young in body right now, but if anyone young in spirit wants to come up, otherwise I will call out to people who are out there, because we all have some youth in our spirits. So, uh, these are the traditional holiday decorations that my wife and I have out by our out on our stand. They're all pretty old, and they're quite traditional, and people think of them as Christmas. I mean, someone want to raise their hand? Everyone know what this one is? Gene. That's a Christmas tree, but I mean the pine tree, a decorated tree, which we bring into their home. I mean that's not mentioned in the Bible. Was not part of Joseph and Mary. It's actually part of a tradition from Northern Europe. Christ was born in Bethlehem in Palestine, which is close to the equator. Seasons don't have as big effect as they do in the north at the equator. It doesn't get very cold there. But up north, the seasons matter a lot. It gets very cold, gets very dark around this time of year. So the evergreen tree, which stays green through the winter, is very important. That's why they would take it in and decorate it even before there was a Christmas. They would call it the Yule tree. This is the holly, which was also a symbol of that, and was especially important because it had red berries even throughout the winter. So it would give fruit. It would give people hope in times of darkness. This is the stylized reindeer, right? The stag or the reindeer was a symbol of hope, of living through. The reindeer don't hibernate. They would continue to be active through the winter, and they don't or migrate. So they would be active in the snow. These are all things that people would think of as hope in the dark times of winter in Europe. Also out here, though, is a very important symbol of what we have for. That's what would keep people warm. What would save people's lives. That's our fire. And if you even look up, there's our fire has for nearly 100 years has been the symbol since World War II has been the symbol of Unitarian Universalism, our flaming chalice. So this what we're doing today is our fire communion, and we're combining the two parts of these, right? So the green of growth is going to be what we want to grow for the next year, and the fire is what we want to let go from the last year. And fire doesn't. I think. Well, it's important that people should know that fire doesn't destroy. Nothing ever gets destroyed. That's a scientific principle, the conservation of mass. But what it does do is transform. And it transforms into something that you can hold, into something that we breathe. That goes. This is flash paper, which produces no ash. It just all turns into all goes into the air that we breathe. And so then what we'll be doing is turning things from things that we hold, and we're letting them go into things that we breathe that are common. and we'll share them together because that air will stay with us here in the sanctuary. Right, well, I don't think we have to sing the children out this time, but I'm glad, well, I'm glad that the children within us have gotten to share a little bit of this. So now comes the time for our fire communion. As I mentioned in the beginning, today isn't New Year's by our current calendar, but New Year's has varied around the world a fair bit. For the Jewish people, the New Year's is in late September as the holiday of Rosh Hashanah. For Chinese and Korean people, it's the lunar New Year comes in late January or early February, depending on the moon cycle. And for before the Christian calendar was established in Europe, the New Year was often celebrated on December 25th, which was how just after the equinox. So whatever we call it, and whenever exactly it falls, the New Year calls us forwards, and it's filled with mystery. As we turn towards that New Year, we take a final glimpse of the past year and reckon with all that it held for us. So each of you will have should have one of these, and there are extras up there if you want to write it through. And so this flash paper is for to write on just a few just one word or a few words about what you want to let go from the past year. And I know a lot of us have had a lot of things happen to us. There's been a lot of hurt. There's been a lot of sadness. There's been a lot of loss. My mother passed away in November, and I don't know if I want to release that, but there are things that we would do that we will want to let go of, that we can transform for ourselves. That's what this ritual is about. And we think about the things that we're holding on to that we don't really need to, that have become obstacles that we should be able to take in, that we can pass from being burdens that we carry into just part of us. And these are leaves, are for writing on what are the things that we want to grow, and we want to especially grow as a community here. So we think about what are the things that we have that are that we want to share and grow together with our community here. So we'll write those out, and Sarah will walk through about what we're doing.
I'm gonna let go.
Wait.
I'm going to let go. Let go of something that I no longer need in my life. And take these tongs and put it in there. So that's what I want you to do. And then I'm going to take my leaf. And put it on the tree.
And
So now it's your turn.
Yeah. Yes. So as you finish up, you can we can line up here on the right as you just as you're ready. And for those of you who are online, message to me in the chat, and or if you can message the whole chat if that's easier and you don't mind sharing, and I'll write those out for you and put a leaf on for you. Just make clear what's burned and what's to grow. If the past year has held growth and joy for you, may that sweetness continue to bless you. If the past year has held pain and bitterness, may you be relieved of those burdens and renewed for the journey ahead. Let us look to the new with hope, with curiosity about its many unknowns, and with faith and our strength to navigate it with grace and to grow with each other, to take those, to take what we have released and to breathe it in as and that's will give us the strength that we need for our journey ahead. A few on the solstice, I celebrated with a pagan friend of mine, and she had instead of using fire, she tore up the little notes of what we wanted to release and put it into water, so that the paper would get soggy and break up, and then she would pour the bowl of the torn up paper into her garden as something to grow. And I encourage us to think of what's burnt up as stuff that that we are breathing in, that we are growing and planting here. We've let go of it, but it's still with us. It's no longer a burden, but something that we can breathe and grow with. So let's have a few moments of silence as we breathe in everyone's burdens and breathe them out as a space to grow.